Ready? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Are you ready for some playoffs? Are you ready for some exciting robotic action? Now, things are going to be a little bit different this time around, and I want you to know this. I'll say it a few times. There is a specific timer once each match ends before the folks have to be ready for the next match. So, what we're going to wind up doing is, after a match, we'll have a slight pause, and I'll give you the final score for that match we're on. It also will keep you really close on knowing who's winning and what's going on. All right? Does that sound good? They're asleep again. Does that sound good? That's it. So we'll be pausing for a little bit. Please talk amongst yourselves. I'll give you a topic. Giant shrimp are neither giant nor, well, I guess maybe they are shrimp. Never mind. I'll come up with another topic. But we're going to wait a little bit. You might notice that these guys are ready to go, right? Well, we need to have everybody at the other fields ready to go too because we roll together. Otherwise, everyone will hear me and no one wants that. So hold on for just a second. Talk about your favorite teams, and then we'll get started all together at the same time. Thank you very much, everybody. Get ready to cheer because this voice has to last all day. I'm going to need your help. Michelle, please randomize. Michelle, please don't give me dirty looks. Learn something in any competition at first. Always make the scorekeeper your friend early on. Okay, guys, we're going to get this all started. By the way, over in the middle, the music you're going to hear at different times. I got Kara over there working really hard. You have an opportunity, you like the music, let her know at some point. She'll be your DJ for the rest of the day. We're going to start off with this first match. Let's meet the teams quickly. First off, on this side, from Cincinnati, Ohio, it's... Okay, I'm sorry, we're going to dance first. Let's dance. Okay, so we're getting...
Cincinnati, Ohio. It's high definition in the Metro Robotics. The nuts aren't in play right now.
Why do I have...
Because they have 3 alliance captains. They have their 2.
Oh, yeah, of course. Sorry. Well, I always say all the teams, but that's okay. We'll start off and say, from Forest Hills, New York, it's the Metro Robotics. From beautiful Bellevue, Washington, say hello to High Definition. On the side of the field, we have Team Robo Lobos Green from Cedar Park, Texas. And from Romania, please give it up for Ro2D2. Now, guys, I'm going to expect you to be louder than these other 3 divisions because I know you all want it more, don't you? You all want it more, don't you? So, blue, are you good? Red, are you good? I got permission to start? And here we go. All together loudly, folks. In 3, 2, 1, go!
And we are underway in the autonomous period in this first semifinals match here in the Jemison division. All 4 robots quick to take off. We've got the Robo Lobos right in front of me over here, depositing some cones for Red Alliance on the high junction. They just missed out on that one. 14-2-1-2, not able to capitalize on their mistake. And over across the field, Ro2D2, little not lined up right, not able to get cones. And look out, but Robo Lobos had 2 for a sec. They had to drop it. My referee might give them a penalty for that. We'll check up on that later. High definition with 5 cones during autonomous. Incredible over there for the Blue Lions.
Controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right. A narrow difference between the alliances after the autonomous period. And here we go underway in the Italiot period. 17-9-62 over there doing some great work. That's Ro2D2. They are maneuvering over to their cone stack, and they have a cone in their grasp, looking to deposit it on a junction if they can. High definition over there for the Blue Alliance with a cone. Where are they going to place it? Their alliance partner. Excuse me, the Red Alliance over here. Robo Lobos on the mid-junction over there for the Red Alliance as we're closing in on 1:30 remaining in this first semifinals match between the 1 seed and the 4 seed. This is a battle, folks. Here we go, 18-2-2-5. High definition with a cone on the mid-junction for the Blue Alliance, but Ro2D2 responds with a cone of their own for the Red Alliance. Back and forth, these alliances are going 14-2-1-2 over there. The Metro Robotics, they have a cone in their grasp, but they just managed to drop it. Not able to get control of that. The Robo Lobos with a cone on the ground junction over here for the Red Alliance. Excellent work over there from them as we're closing in on the final 60 seconds of this match. Back and forth action, Ro2D2 across the field over there. They have a cone on the high junction, taking control of that junction from the Blue Alliance. 14-2-1-2 over here doing some work, and they managed to deposit a cone on the mid-junction for the Blue Alliance. Robo Lobo saying not so fast. We're going to take control of this mid-junction over here. Here we go. Red Alliance with that mid-junction over there. Robo Lobos, excellent work over there from them. High definition moving across the field. Right over here and right in front of you, trying to figure out where they want to go. Ro2D2, excuse me, with a cone on the high junction for the Red Alliance. Excellent work from them. We are nearing the in-game period. This is it, folks. This might decide this match. We have a narrow difference over here. It's going to come down to the wire. Here comes the Metro Robotics. Will we see some beacons? Beacons might make the difference in this really close match over here between these two alliances. I see a beacon over here. Row 2 D2 trying to pour it on now right at the last second. Here comes High Definition. They have a beacon. Will it make the difference? It's on the high junction if they can release it. Yes, they can. Here comes the Red Alliance with a beacon of their own. We have about 5 seconds remaining. The Blue Alliance with 2 beacons. The Red Alliance, I think, just has 1. Can they deposit 1? Here goes Row 2 D2 right at the buzzer, and that is the match. Excellent contest from there. That is going to be a close one. We might have an upset by the 4-seeded Alliance on our hands, folks. We'll check up on in a bit very shortly.
Okay, so we'll have this score up right away up here. I do want to bring up one last thing too, folks. I want your help with this. As we go along, teams will get, are we ready for score yet? Okay. As we go along, teams will lose. Now, when that happens, my game announcer and I are going to work together. Before we give props to the winning teams, the losing teams have worked just as hard. We're going to mention all of those teams, and I want you to give great big applause, all right? That's the most important thing. Part of what the other team gets is they move on to the next level. Those guys, they're done. I want them to get their time in the sun. So get ready for that when it does come up, okay? As soon as we have a score for you, well, I blame you guys. I know. The reason it takes a moment is because they have to make sure that the score has been totaled out and they're all ready. You need something quick there? Okay. So, every single match, what we're going to do is we are going to go and give the final score before we move to the other side. So we'll do that every time. Also, when we do have people eliminated, we will take a moment out and give their team number, name, and where they were from, and you guys just go crazy because I want to give them props. We'll move back and forth, and you guys know how this runs. It's the best of 3. So we'll keep working with it. We said we had an interesting score on this one where we might have the lower seeded Alliance doing well. We'll see how that goes. Meanwhile, is everybody having a good time? I am so glad each and every one of you are here. Remember, First is the only sporting event where every single one of you can go pro if you want to. Think about that for a minute. All right, give us a second and we will give you the score. We have a score. You want to see it? Do you want to see it? Then show it to us, please. Blue wins. Look at that. Holy moly. And this one is another one decided by a penalty. 1 point by a penalty. Next up, we're going back to field number 1. Guys, I told you, this is going to be good stuff here. Let's meet these next teams. Starting off on the blue side of the field, we have from La Jolla, California, Crash Test. Next to them, from Richmond Hill, Ontario, all the way from Canada, give it up for Rock. On the red side of the field, from Exeter, New Hampshire, it's Vertex. And from Longmont, Colorado, they are Up a Creek Robotics. Y'all ready for this? Isn't this fun? Y'all good for this? Excellent. Y'all ready for this? I know. Oh, no. Guys, I know. I know I get you psyched up and stuff, but they're always afraid I'm going to start a countdown before I get all my thumbs up. Okay. And we're good in the back. Okay, here we go. Now we're good. Are you ready? Are you ready? Then count it with me. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we are underway over here in our match between our second-seeded alliance and our third-seeded alliance. All 4 robots quick to take off. Crash test with a cone in their grasp. Over there we got Upper Creek just depositing 2 cones on the high junction for the Red Alliance. Meanwhile, the team from Canada, Rock, going to work on that high junction. 3 cones on the high junction for the Blue Alliance. My goodness, all 4 of these robots are going to clear their stack during autonomous. I have not seen that in this division yet. This is incredible. Upper Creek with a 1+5 autonomous period over there. Excellent work over there from them. Crash test a little hung up, but they managed to get going over there.
Pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
These teams putting up some monster numbers during autonomous. And here we go during the driver control teleop period. Here comes Rock. 16-4, 17 over there. They have a cone in their grasp, and it's going to drop on that high junction, taking control of that high junction away from the Red Alliance. There goes the Blue Alliance. Speaking of the Red Alliance over here, we've got Upper Creek. They just managed to drop a cone, though. Crash Test was trying to score as well and managed to bump into them. Excellent work over there from these 2 teams. They're battling. And look at the battle there between Vertex and between Rock. They're crashing into each other. My goodness, they're hung up on each other. This is a contact sport, folks. These robots are really battling here, and they're both going for points, so it's all fair. The Red Alliance with another cone on the high junction over there, stealing control of that junction. We got a good battle here between Vertex and Rock from Canada. This is excellent work over here as we're closing in on about 75 seconds remaining in this exciting semifinals match here in the Jemison division. Here comes Upper Creek, stealing control of that high junction for the Blue Alliance. The Red Alliance trying to pour it on over here. And look at the strategy. They are not going for circuits. They're not going for control. They're all trying to stack cones on these high junctions. We haven't seen this yet from both alliances. These junctions are really starting to get loaded up, and we've seen them tip over, folks. We might have that issue here. A little battle between Vertex and Rock over there. Here comes Vertex trying to pour it on, but they misfire. Upper Creek trying to see if they can pour it on, but they're not able to line up. Here comes Rock. They managed to get that cone on the high junction, and they're starting to wobble, folks. We might see a junction tip over here in a sec. Crash test with another cone for the Blue Alliance. 33 seconds remaining. We are about to enter the in-game period. This could decide who is going to win it all. 7 points in the live scoring. This is going to be close. Here comes Rock trying to grab a beacon, but they're just misfiring, not able to get it. Do we have any beacons? Here comes the Red Alliance with the beacon. Upper Creek trying to see if they can cap that mid-junction over there. And their alliance partner with a cone on the high junction for the Red Alliance. Do we see any beacons from the Blue Alliance? The Red Alliance misfires. Upper Creek not able to get that beacon on that junction. Incredible. No beacons. 1 beacon for the Blue Alliance. Will it make the difference? This is a close game. Upper Creek trying to get a beacon. Oh my goodness. A beacon at the buzzer. And that may make a difference for the Red Alliance. Incredible, folks. What a match over here. A real barn burner.
What a match. And great play-by-play, John Paul. All right, as they get everything lined up, I'll come over here each time so that I'm not in their way while they get things together. As soon as we have a final score, I'll let you know about it. These are going to be close matches, folks. Remember, it's the best 2 out of 3. So we could have some really close games. Give me just a minute. I'm also told that at different times during play here, we will have some other performers. I'll tell you about those when we get close to them. We'll be up. When they have a final score, we'll be up on the board. This obviously slows us down just a little bit, but it's better to know right away what those scores are so we can see how these teams are moving along. I've been fortunate enough to get pictures with some of the teams and such as we've gone along. If anybody wants to tag me on Instagram, it's my last name, then my first name, Fee Patrick. I really appreciate getting a chance to know a lot of the teams and talk to all you guys. It's been really great so far. You guys just reminded me how much Spanish I don't remember, that's all. When when I was a little kid, about 8 years old, I lived in Mexico for a couple years. And you think it's going to stick with you your entire life until you start sounding like, you know, your basic gringo. Hola, ¿cómo está usted? No problem. I'm just vamping over here. I can do it all day. Ooh, okay. Oh, bless your heart. Do it through queuing. That way we're not. They'd have a cow if I stepped off here. You know they would. Okay. Thank goodness I don't have to talk anymore. You guys want to see the score? You want to see it? Well, there it is. Red wins. Oh, my God. Okay, now, it wasn't based on a penalty. There was one more point that a penalty would have allowed for, but still, look how close that is. 266, 255. Everything autonomous, driver controlled, end game, everything was tight. We'll be back with those guys in a minute. But first, we're back to Jemison Field number 1. Thank you. This time up. You know that the Blue Alliance won the last one. If they win this time, they move on. But the Red Alliance can come back and force a rubber match. Let's meet the blue team again this time. This time again, we do have Forest Hills, New York, the Metrobotics. And from Cincinnati, Ohio, the Queen City gives us the Nuts. On the red side of the field, please say hello to my friends from Romania, Rotu D2. And also from Sugarland, Texas. They are a sweet team here. It's Robo Sapiens. Robo Sapiens, they have their robot they're setting back onto the field, getting prepared. Once again, blue wins, they move on. Red wins, they force a rubber match. Blue wins, we're going to stop for one moment, and we're going to give all three teams on the red side their due. It's all about the strategy at this point. Trying to get everything ready. We'll get started in 1 second. Head ref Sid having a quick, brief conference with his other referees, and then we'll get rolling here. It's time to do a little random dance. I never knew I could have so much fun. Y'all having a good time? All right. Just for fun, we're going to count down in Romanian. Sound good? All right. It's easy because go is go. So join me for that one. We're ready out here, Sid? You guys ready? Ready back there? All right. 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we are underway in the autonomous period over here. The four-seeded alliance, the Blue Alliance, picked up a monster upset in the first match. What will we have here for our second match between these two in the semifinals? Team Nuts over here going to work on that high junction here during the autonomous period. Their alliance partner doing the same, but also facing some opposition in Robo Sapiens, who just missed out. Oh my goodness. The Blue Alliance is getting the better of this battle here on the high junction. The Robo Sapiens managed to counter, but my goodness, Metrobotics is really pouring it on. The Romanian robot able to snag 3 cones on that high junction for the Red Alliance.
3, 2, 1.
And don't look now, but the fourth-seeded alliance is believing. They believe they can pull off this upset. Here we go. We are underway in this semifinals match. The number 1 seeded alliance fighting off elimination here. Let's see what they can do. Here comes Row 2D2 maneuvering across the field. They have a cone on the low junction over there. Their alliance partner, the Robo Sapiens, managed to do the same. Here come the Nuts from the Blue Alliance, banging around, bumping into junctions, trying to figure out where they want to go, and they place that cone on the high junction successfully for the Blue Alliance over there. Excellent work over there from them. Here comes Team Nuts moving back across the field. Right in front of me over here, we got Metrobotics trying to see what they can do. They're trying to find some cones. They're not having any luck right now. They're rumbling and stumbling, banging into the perimeter wall right here in front of me. Back over on the Red Alliance side of the field, we've got Row 2D2. They place a cone on top of the ground junction, folks. That ground junction in the middle. If you descore that cone, if you're a Blue Alliance bot, you will receive some penalties, and that may cost you. Here we go, the Robo Sapiens looking at the high junction right here. They have it in their sights, and they place it at all. Not able to get that cone secured yet. Here comes Row 2D2 over here for the mid-junction, and they have a cone for the Red Alliance over there. Less than 60 seconds remaining in this exciting semifinals match between these two. Remember, the 1 seed fighting elimination. We're seeing what they can do over here. My goodness, these robots are moving fast. Here comes the Nuts with a cone for the Blue Alliance on the high junction over there. They're taking control of it. Not so fast. The Romanians strike back for the Red Alliance. Incredible, folks. Here come the Robo Sapiens. They nearly knock over that junction. It's swaying in the wind. 35 seconds remaining. We are nearing the in-game period. And my goodness, here we go. Here come the Nuts trying to pour it on. Do we see any beacons coming into play? Do we see any beacons? There's one for the Red Alliance if they can get it. No beacons from the Blue Alliance yet. I see one coming into play potentially. Here we go. The Nuts with a cone on the mid-junction. And we have a close one to the live scoring. That junction swaying. Will it fall over? Oh my goodness, the Blue Alliance knocked over that junction. It may cost them at the end of this match, folks. 8 seconds remaining. The Robo Sapiens, the Red Alliance seizing an opening. Here come the Robo Sapiens across the field. The Blue Alliance parking in the terminal right next to me. And that is the match. And my goodness, did we have a match. We'll see if the Red Alliance managed to come back and force a match 3.
It doesn't get much closer than that. Okay, that score was really close, but they're still making some changes to it. So stand by, folks. This is going to be a nail biter. Dean. So good to see you, my friend. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, do you want to see this score? I said you want to see the score. If blue wins, they move on. If red wins, we force a rubber match. If blue wins, I'm going to tell you all the teams for the red side so you can give them love. Ladies and gentlemen, let's see that score. Blue wins. So I want you to give it up. Give it up loud and proud. Get on your feet. 14361.
From Cedar Park.
17962. 14503. They worked hard all week long. Get up. Give them some love. Stand up. All right. Well done. Incredible. We'll get back to our match on the other field in just a moment. Don't go nowhere. You know it's just getting good. It takes us another. All right. Now, on this field, last time out, the Red Alliance won. If they win again, they move on. If the Blue Alliance wins this one, they force that third rubber match. Got it. All right, meeting our teams for this match. Hoping to force a rubber match on the blue side. I have Team 14140, La Jolla, California's Crash Test. Next to them, from Austin, Texas, Iron Eagles Prime. On the red side of the field. Wow, it got quiet there for a second. One from Longmont, Colorado. It's Upper Creek. And last but certainly not least, it is from Beijing, China, Supernova. All right. Ready here? Ready back there? All right. We've got the China team here. I'm going to do my best to count down in Mandarin. Let's see how badly I can mess it up this time. Are y'all ready? Now, if you remember, go is Kai Sure. Can y'all say that with me? 1, 2, 3, Kai Sure. Anyone? Did I get it right? Kai Sure. Okay, 5 people did it. That's okay. You guys help me. All right. Everybody ready? We're all good. Sein, R-E, Kai Sure.
All right, get your popcorn ready, folks, because we have got an exciting match here for our semifinals match between these two sides, the second seed and the third seed. Here we go, Supernova, the team from China, going to work on that high junction with 2 cones for the Red Alliance. Let's make that 3. Back over here, we got Crash Test right in front of me, spreading the love. They've got 3 cones, all on 3 different junctions over there. Iron Eagles Prime, haven't seen movement from them in a bit. Not sure if they're going to be able to get going to the rest of auto. We'll check up on them in Teleop. Here we go, the team from Beijing, completing not quite a 1+5 auto, but that's going to be 5 cones for the Red Alliance on that high junction over there.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, the third-seeded Alliance, remember, they are battling elimination here. They're going to try to force a third match, and a collision between Crash Test and between Upper Creek Robotics. That was a hard collision, but they're both going for points, so that's all right. Here we go, Iron Eagles Prime. They're trying to get it going over there. They're right over there, right in front of you. They're collecting cones from that stack, maneuvering across the field, seeing what they can do with it. With their robot fully extended, they have a cone for the Blue Alliance on the high junction over there. Here comes 11-260, Upper Creek Robotics from Colorado. They're maneuvering across the field. Here they go, taking back control of that high junction for the Red Alliance. And back over here, we got Crash Test, 14-140, moving across the field. They take back the high junction, and Crash Test and Upper Creek got a battle going. Upper Creek not able to secure that cone. Crash Test capitalizing on their mistake by securing a cone on the high junction. The Blue Alliance starting to take control of these high junctions. Upper Creek saying not so fast. We got that high junction. But back over the Red Alliance, we got the team from China, Supernova, with a cone on the high junction over there. They're starting to get full, and when they get full, we've already seen them tip over, and those can cost some serious points. Watch out, teams. Here we go over here. Crash Test, 14-140, trying to go to work on this mid-junction. Not able to secure it. Spoke too soon. They just managed to get it. Back over here, 62-72, Iron Eagles Prime, trying to get it going over here. They've been having a little bit of trouble this match. They're trying to pick up a cone off the ground. They managed to get it. They have it in their grasp, seeing what they can do with it now. Moving across the field, we have the Red Alliance as we're closing in on about 35 seconds remaining in this exciting match, folks. And the Red Alliance right now leading on the live scoring. Here we go. We are now in the in-game period. Here comes Supernova with a beacon in their possession. What are they going to do with it? Are they going to be able to place it? Here comes Iron Eagles Prime, 62-72, with a cone on the mid-junction and a beacon from the Red Alliance that might make all the difference here in this semifinals match. Upper Creek going for a second beacon. They have a beacon in their grasp if they can place it. Here they come, trying to place a beacon for the Red Alliance. The Red Alliance with 2 beacons. The Blue Alliance with 1 beacon. The Blue Alliance with 2. Oh my goodness, Crash Test descores their beacon. Not able to get it secured. And that is the match.
Wow. Got to get those final scores there. If Blue won, they forced that third rubber match. If Red won, well then we're going to talk about all the blue teams, and I want you again to cheer like crazy. Remember, all of us have been working like crazy for 3 straight days. Everybody deserves some love in and out of the stadium. You don't know, we could have some penalties. We could have some other things going on. I never count anyone out until the final cone is counted. You guys having a good time? This is fun. Everybody wants their team to win. Sounds like they got a score over there. 1 point difference on the next field's over. These games are going to be really close. Can you imagine once we get to the finals? Waiting for a final score, and then we will give it to you. Do me a favor before you leave today. Take time out, find someone who's a volunteer, and thank them. Also, if you get a chance, say something nice and say hello to the people who've been guarding all the exits and everywhere. The poor people who work here that have been doing nothing but sitting there, keeping the peace for 4 whole days. Still waiting for a final score. And we'll keep moving on from there. Ladies and gentlemen, do you want a final score? All right. Give me that final score up on the big board for Jemison. Red wins. All right. Guys, I want you to give it up for Team 6272, 16417, and 14140. Show them some love. Give them some love. Give them some love.
That is from Austin, Texas, Iron Eagles Prime. From Richmond Hill, Ontario, Canada, Rock. And their second pick, finally, from La Jolla, California, Crash Test.
And look at those scores overall, guys. Decent autonomous, great driver control scores, and some end game scores on top of it. Stick around, folks. No te vayas. We're going to start the next one in just a minute. We gave you the whole seat, but you're only going to need the edge. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Moving into our finals here on Jemison Field. First up, on the blue side of the field from Exeter, New Hampshire, say hello to Vertex. And from Longmont, why can't I ever say that? I always got to say California. From Longmont, Colorado, it's Up a Creek Robotics. On the red side of the field, please bring your attention to Team 18225 from Bellevue, Washington. It's High Definition. And last but certainly not least, 14212 from Forest Hills, New York, Metrobotics. Oh, obviously New York is in the house. Remember that this is the best of 3 series. This is the first match. Want teams to look out for making sure they can minimize anything in the way of penalties.
Okay, guys, come on, move it. I want to go home.
Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Jemison finals. Blue, are you ready? Red, are you ready? Sid, Sharon, Michelle. Here we go. You gonna count it with me? Are you going to count it with me? Then let's do it in 3, 2, 1, go!
All right, we are underway in the Jemison division for our finals. These robots quick to take off. We've got High Definition over here battling. They're working hard. And we've got Metrobotics right here competing over here with Vertex as they're battling for control of this high junction. Vertex just getting the better of them. And look at those robots right in the front of you go. Up a creek, starting to get the better of the Red Alliance here nearing the end. The Red Alliance unable to grab another bot and hung up on that junction. Not going to let them park here.
Drivers, pick up your controllers.
2 robots parked on the Blue Alliance.
3,
just 1 on the Red Alliance.
1.
All right, here we go. Underway in the driver control period. We are underway here. We got Upper Creek Robotics maneuvering across the field. There's a bunch of cones in their way. They're trying to figure out what they're going to do. They're just going to barrel right through them. Meanwhile, back over here, we got 15, 5, 3, 4. Vertex maneuvering across the field, trying to find a cone. 14, 2, 1, 2. Moving quick. Metrobotics, a hard collision with Upper Creek. Very hard collision, but that's okay. Metrobotics losing control of their cone. Meanwhile, High Definition with a cone for the Red Alliance on the mid junction over there. Upper Creek responding with a cone of their own, now taking control of that junction for the Blue Alliance. High Definition says not so fast. That's our junction. They take control of that mid junction over there. Here comes 15, 5, 3, 4. Vertex over from the substation. Meanwhile, 14, 2, 1, 2 over there. Metrobotics with a cone on the high junction for the Red Alliance. They just missed out on that other high junction. Not able to get it secured. Here we go. We've got about 70 seconds remaining in this match. 15, 5, 3, 4. Vertex with a cone for the Blue Alliance on the high junction. And we got a mess over there in the Blue Alliance substation. All robots trying to score. The red robot right in the middle trying to score that ground junction right in front of the blue substation. It's all fair game here. Any junction can go to any alliance here. We got 15-5-3-4. Vertex moving across the field, trying to claim this low junction if they can. Yes, they can. They claim that for the Blue Alliance as we're closing in on 45 seconds remaining. In-game might make the difference in this match. We've got High Definition with a cone on the high junction for the Red Alliance. There we go. 14-2-1-2. Moving in, they have a cone and a hard collision between them and Vertex. Metrobotics and Vertex been battling all game, and that's not going to stop now. Less than 30 seconds remaining in-game period. We are now in the end game. Do we see any beacons? The Red Alliance trying to introduce a beacon. That's Metrobotics. They have a beacon in their grasp, and they place it successfully. The Blue Alliance has one beacon. The Blue Alliance, Open Creek looking for their second beacon if they can get it. Yes, they can. Open Creek with a beacon. High Definition with a beacon. All 4 beacons in play. 5 seconds remaining. The robots are looking to park. Upper Creek trying to figure out what they're going to do, and they slide into the terminal right at the buzzer to park. Excellent work over there from them. Blue Alliance doing some good work over there.
That was the first one, right? It seemed. All right, we'll have a final score on that one. Personal shout out. I want to thank all the that we're now connected on Instagram. Fee Patrick, you're welcome to join me. I'd love to have you. Already got some great pictures. Unfortunately, a couple of them are pictures of me, which isn't that pretty, but it's still fun. Everybody ready? Gonna have a score for you in 1 second. Get ready for it. Looks like the refs are huddling, trying to make a couple final decisions. We've had some real incredible robots on this field. I got to tell you, Jemison came to play this year. 48 teams that really knew what they were doing. All right. Now, because these are our finals, they're going to take the robots off the field. They have a certain amount of time between to see to their robots, regardless who has won and lost this one, because we know there'll be at least one more match to play. Head ref, Sid, is trying to give them a little bit of time so you can take a look at their robot and prepare for what might be the very last match. Now Sid's gone back to the rest of his refs. They're doing some final calculations on the score for this match. You know what we should do, guys, is we should take one quick minute out. I want to point out somebody that we always forget during these moments, and that's the field reset crew. There are some people, all they do, you'll see them between matches, just reset stuff up. Otherwise, they're sitting back there just hanging out, and they do an incredible job. So one more time, give it up to all these people who've been resetting these up over 150 times. As you can tell, they're all very modest souls. Taking care of business. There's another group of people that many of you have seen all week long, but a lot of you in the stands never did. That's the people over in queuing. Those guys make sure all the right robots get to the right place at the right time. They've done it all week long. Give it up for the queuers. By the end of the week, their voices will be worse than mine. They'll be tired and dead on their feet, and most of you will have never, ever seen them. They're telling me I got a score. You want to see the score? You want to see the score? That's better. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, your first final match score is as follows. Blue Alliance wins 245 to 180. And look at that, it's a clean game, no penalties. Give it up for all these teams. Give it up. There's a timeout in progress. 7 minutes and we'll get started again. No te vayas. We gave you the whole seat, but I promise you, you're only going to need the edge. See you in a couple minutes. All right, we're starting to get started here again. Got to get these robots laid out. Thank you, sir. And here we go. Now another group of people you've seen working here all the time. You've seen how many of these matches were determined by just a penalty or just a couple of points. I'd like you to take one quick second out and give it up for all our referees. Give it up for those refs. I mean, let's face it, I'm walking furniture. Give me something with the information on it, and I could talk to you all day long. These guys have to make really rough decisions. And we got somebody else we'll thank in just 1 minute. But first, time to meet these teams. On the blue side of the field, I'd like you to give it up for our team from Colorado, Upper Creek Robotics. Next to them, all the way, there we go, all the way from Beijing, China, it is Supernova. On the red side of the field, from Ohio, it's the Nuts. And here, from the great state of New York, it's Metrobotics. Now, the one other group that we got to give serious props to are the people that have been working so hard, talking to each and every team throughout this entire time together. They talk to you, they talk about you, they talk with you, they talk among themselves, and then they find out who's deserving of certain awards. Ladies and gentlemen, take 1 minute out and give it up for all of your judges. They have to find out all this stuff, that they get together in a room, and I hear they Indian leg wrestle for who's going to win. But they do a lot of hard work, a lot of writing, an occasional bad pun. These guys do it all, so just remember. Now, also remember that when the pressure's off and they made their decisions, you get a chance to thank them or see them, talk to them, because all of them somehow are involved with STEM and various parts of what we're doing here. Might be a good person to know later on, when you're looking for a job. All right, we are randomizing. I never had so much fun in my whole life. Hey, Sid, I ever tell you I like working with you? You're kind of fun. All right. Ladies, we looking good? Excellent. Looking good, Sid? Okay. Blue, you good to go? Red, you good to go? All right. Who had the win last time? I got lost. Blue Alliance had the last win. Okay. Blue Alliance wins again, they move on. Red Alliance wins, they force a rubber match. When we're done, if it's a Red Alliance, we get ready for the next match. If it's Blue Alliance, I want you standing. I want you to give them love for working hard all 3 days. You guys ready? You good? Let's do this. You're going to help me count? Are you going to help me? Well, then let's do this. In 3, 2, 1, go.
All right, we are underway in the autonomous period in this finals match here in the Jemison division. Remember, the Blue Alliance trying to advance on to the conference finals. Here we go. We got the team from Beijing, Supernova, picking up right where they left off with 3 cones on the high junction over there. 14-2-1-2 over there in the corner. The Metrobotics battling for control of that junction. But right now, Upper Creek, I think, is just getting the better of them. Metrobotics strikes again with another cone for the Red Alliance. Meanwhile, right here in front of me, we got Team Nuts really going to town on this high junction over here. 3 cones for them, and I think that'll be it for Auto.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All right, we are underway in the driver control teleop period. Team Nuts banging into a junction, but they managed to get around it. Here we go, 22-508, a hard collision between Team Nuts and Supernova. My goodness, I think they heard that one down in FRC. That was a hard collision. We're gonna continue on over here. We've got 14-2-1-2. Metrobotics with a cone in their grasp, looking to score it for the Red Alliance. 22-508. Supernova with a cone secured on the high junction for the Blue Alliance, but not so fast. Metrobotics with a cone on the high junction for the Red Alliance. The Red Alliance trying to pour it on here. Team Nuts with another cone for the Red Alliance on the high junction. Back and forth we go. Blue Alliance with a narrow lead so far according to the live scoring. Here comes Upper Creek, really going to town on this high junction. And the strategy doesn't seem to go for circuits here. The strategy for the Blue Alliance is clear. They're loading up those high junctions. The Red Alliance, though, might be going for a circuit. These are different strategies, folks. We'll see which one's going to prevail. Continuing on here, 11-2-60, Upper Creek with a cone for the Blue Alliance over there, taking control of that high junction. Team Nuts saying not so fast, and don't look now. But I think that junction is right at its tipping point. If you bump into it, it is going to fall over. Be careful, teams. Less than 50 seconds remaining in this match. 14-2-1-2, Metrobotics with a cone for the Red Alliance. 22-508 says not so fast. We're going to take control of that junction over there. The team from Beijing taking control of junction. Back for the Blue Alliance. Upper Creek going after the low junction now. And Upper Creek now starting to spread their wings. The Blue Alliance starting to target circuits and control of the field. We now have 30 seconds remaining. The Blue Alliance trying to pour it on, trying to secure a spot in the conference finals. Here we go, 14-2-1-2. Metrobotics with a beacon and a cone. They place, they don't manage to get the cone on there. They're gonna try for the beacon if they can get it. And they do manage, and that beacon goes flying across the field. Not gonna stick it. Red Alliance with 1 beacon. Blue Alliance, no beacons yet, but they have some in their grasp. And the Red Alliance knocks over that junction. What did I tell y'all? And that is the match, folks. My goodness. Those junctions, when they get loaded up, can start to fall over, and they will not get back up, and penalties will be assessed accordingly. We'll check up on that score in a bit.
Oh my, oh my. Robotic junction, what's your function? It certainly isn't to fall over. Any parents out there, every time you hear junction, you want to go, conjunction, junction, what's your function? Now that all happening in the last 10 seconds could make a difference in this score. part of this discussion. They're talking amongst themselves about a number of things on the field, including the one junction that fell over. That could change the final score for this match. To recap, blue won the first one. We need a red win to force a third and final rubber match. Can you guys hear okay? Have you been able to see okay on the screens and everything all week long? Well, there's a group of people, some of them out here like this gentleman right here, and some of them back in the back where nobody can see them. All the AV folk that make it so this turns into a special event that you can hear and see every minute of. Would you mind giving it up for all our AV people and the hard work they're doing? Now, some would say it's a blessing when you can't hear my voice, but that is a given. It takes this whole event a step up and makes it a more professional opportunity. Now, we've cleared robots off. We clear them off either way, folks, because they get a certain amount of time to get them ready if we do have to do that rubber match. You can see up there on the big board, blue has a win, red doesn't. We need a red win to force the rubber match. Meanwhile, we'll get the field set up. I'll have a final score for you in a minute, and we'll go from there. Now, what's going to happen next? Whether we play another match or this is the last one, we will then play the winners of whatever division's over there somewhere. I believe that is the Franklin division. We will play each other. We will have a winner then who will then play the winner of the other two divisions on the other side. After lunch, we will have a few special people that'll be showing up. And each time when they're here, you don't have to worry about missing them. I'll let you know. I have a microphone here that talks to everybody. And we'll let you know when we have those special guests that are going to be here and do a special little something for you. Are we good? Thank you. I'd run out of things to say. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to see the final score? No, you can give me more than that. You want to see the final score? All right. Michelle, Sharon, if you would, show me that score. Blue wins. All right. Now, blue may have won, but I want to hear it for 18225, 14212, 6133. They worked hard all week long. Give it up. Show them the love. Show them the love. I told you we were going to give you the whole seat, and you were only going to need the edge. We're going to get ready for some more No Te Vayas. We got more excitement coming right up in a minute. I'll be back talking with you in a second.